Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. Today I have here this Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Okay, so today we're gonna I will show you how to replace the screen. As you see, the screen is damaged here in the middle, and this is the very common problem with the Samsung the Flips, Z Flip or Z Fold. Alright, so to do this job we will need, of course, a new screen. I got it, it's here. So I got the screen with the frame and with all the small parts on it. Not all of them, but most of them. And we will need some tools. For the tools we will need a heat gun, a glove, glue, B7000 glue, Phillips screwdriver, an IC semi, tweezers, plastic spudger, some plastic like this, and alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. This is 99 degree, and we will need this suction cup and a pin to remove the SIM card or the SIM tray. I think that's all what we will need, and if we need something during this project, I will mention it. So it's better to watch the video from the beginning to the end, so you will know all the steps, and also you will have an idea if any tool, extra tool needed, you will prepare it before you start this repair. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we will use this SIM tray ejector, and we will remove the SIM. By the way, you need to be extremely organized. I will do this repair in two parts. First, I'm going to replace the bottom one, then I will go to the top one. Okay, and so when we remove the SIM tray, what we're going to do, we need to use the heat gun, and we will heat up this part here. Since we're going to start by removing this one first, then we're going to go to this one. Here, this part is very sensitive, and there is like a screen here, so make sure you are extremely careful. And if you think that you're not going to be able to do it without any damage, just give it to a specialist. I am a specialist and I may damage this screen. So for you, if you want to be extremely careful, yes, you can do it. But if you think you're not going to be able to do it, just give it to someone and pay them to do it for you. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I will heat up this part for a couple seconds, like 30 seconds. Okay, I think it's enough because I feel like the heat gun is too hot. Yeah, I think it's enough. So what I'm gonna do, I will try to make a small gap here. If I can, I will use the IC semi. I think with the IC semi I may damage something, so don't use the metallic tools. So I'm just gonna try to use the plastic. And if the plastic doesn't work, I'm going to use the suction. So that's why I prepare all these tools, so I can try them all. Alright, so it's holding now. So what I'm going to do, I will pull this, then I will try to put some alcohol here. This is glass, by the way, so make sure don't use the force to not damage to not break the glass. So then I will try to use this plastic. So it looks like I need to heat it up a little bit more. Okay, it's hot. So let me see if I can insert this plastic here between the it is hard. It looks like I need to heat it up a little bit more. Okay, so I was able to go behind it. It is tough. Alright, so this is the back glass, and here we have the battery. Alright, since I'm already removing this one, let me remove this glass first, then I will go ahead and do the small pieces replacement. So I need to heat up this also, hopefully I don't burn the LCD. Okay, let me see. Okay, I will use the suction cup also. I use the plastic because if I use the metal, I may break the LCD. Sometimes even with the plastic, it may break. There is a cable in this side here, so we need to be like extremely careful. Alright, it looks like we got it. When you're sliding this plastic, make sure don't slide it deeply inside, because you may break the screen. Et voila. So this is the cable that you need to be careful. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I will remove this LCD here. I will need to open this bracket. So to open this bracket, I will use this. I don't know, let me see, I think it's from here. So this is the bracket. Make sure you remember the way how you removed it from here. It was like this. It has a small arrow here. Let me zoom a little bit. So it has a small arrow here in this bracket. So we're going to put this bracket somewhere safe. This is just like securing the cable. Now we will use our nail, or maybe you can use this plastic spudger to disconnect the LCD cable. So this is the LCD cable. This is the back LCD. Alright, so now we have the phone is, we removed the back glass and back LCD. So now we need to remove all these pieces here and transfer them to the new screen. Okay, so let's start from the bottom. So in the bottom we have this small bracket and it has two screws here. It has these two screws. We're gonna open these two screws first. By the way, this is the first time I'm replacing this screen on this phone. So while I'm doing it, I'm learning and you're learning with me. So now after I remove this bracket, I need to use these tweezers to lift it up. Okay, so I remove this bracket. They put it here next to its screws. Then I will remove, this is the wireless charging parts, so I will lift it up gently. They will angle away. There is a cable underneath, make sure don't damage that cable. So I'm just gonna release this glue from here, the adhesive. And then we have and the cable is connected here. So I disconnect this cable. Alright, so this is the wireless charging part. I'm gonna just push it aside. And now I will move to the bottom here. But before I move to the bottom, this is the battery cable. Let me zoom a little bit back. So this is the battery cable here. I'm using this tray tool to disconnect the battery. So the battery is disconnected. Make sure you treat these cables safely. And then I will go here to the bottom, and they will to the bottom here, and they will open these screws. So I have some black screws and some like silver screws. So make sure you organize them somewhere. So I will open these screws here. This is first one. And this is the second one. Then this is the third one. Fourth screw, and this is the fifth. So I'm just prying up this piece here. Make sure there is no screw left there to not break it. So I'm gonna put this bracket here next to it, screws. So now I will disconnect this bottom cable from here and this bottom cable from here, and then we can remove the battery. But before we remove the battery, I will remove this bracket here. This is the charging port. So I'm just gonna use this IC semi. They will go here behind it and they will lift it up. There is a screw here. We need to remove the screw first. Alright, so it's removed. So now since our part already came with the vibrator, I'm just gonna transfer the charging port. But before I transfer the charging port, I see that there are like some gaskets missing. This one for the microphone and this one here. So I'm just gonna remove this gasket and transfer them to the new screen. If your screen already come with this, you don't have to transfer those gaskets. Okay, so I think I removed both of them. So now I will transfer this bracket. This is the charging port, sister board. For this screw, it was here. So I put the screw back. Then we need to transfer the battery now. This is the battery. So the battery has this plastic here. I'm just gonna pull this plastic like this, and I will pull it up this way. Okay, so this is the battery. So I'm gonna do, I will make sure this plastic is not folded, and I will put it this way. If you see any crooked or any pile like adhesive, try to remove it. Make sure this surface here is smooth, so when you put the battery it will sit flat. Remove this glove. If you see any wrinkles on your battery, try to use like maybe a Sharpie like this and smoothen it. Alright, so let's put the battery back here. This battery still have adhesive on it, so I'm not gonna put any adhesive. I'm just gonna rely on the adhesive that comes with it. So now I can connect the battery here and finish the job, but because I still have to do some work here, I'm not gonna disconnect the battery. I'm not gonna connect the battery. The battery will be the last thing to connect. So first I make sure I align the LCD cable here, and then I will connect this cable and I will connect this cable. Then I will put this bracket here. Make sure sometimes you may a screw might stick here, so make sure you check it out. All right, so now we can connect the battery bracket and put this one, but since we still have more work to do, and you know what, I think yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we can connect now the battery. connected. Then I will connect this wireless charging part. And then I will put this bracket here. And then the two screws are here. Alright, so it's good. So now I will put these pieces here, I mean these screws, to the bottom part where the speaker is and the vibrator. Okay, so we're done with this part. We just need to put this back. So I'm going to remove this adhesive and I will use the E7000 glue, but not now, after I test the phone. Alright, so now we're going to move to the top part. So for the top part, let me see what we have here. We have this bracket, we need to remove it. So this is the first one. Let me zoom a little bit. I'm gonna open this bracket. So I will remove this bracket. Hopefully nothing is holding it. Okay, the bracket is here. Alright, so I will look for I will find the battery cable. I don't know where is it. The battery cable, it should be somewhere. I need to disconnect the battery cable from here. Anyway, let me disconnect this cable. Oh, the battery cable is underneath. So this is the battery cable. Then we can disconnect the other cables too. So we have this, and we have, I'm just using my nail, but we can use the pry tool like this. Then we have another cable here, and another cable here. Then we need to remove the motherboard. We still have these two screws here. I mean 3 screws. This is 1, and this is 2. And I have a screw in this corner here. So now I will check if I can remove the motherboard from here. So I think I need to remove this bracket, and there is a screw, there is a cable here. This is the flash. So now I think I can remove this safely. Alright, then I have the front facing camera here. Let me see if I can lift it up now. Okay, I got it. Alright, so now what I have here, I have the speaker. I already have it on the new screen. So the speaker, I don't have to remove it. But let's remove this small gasket from here. Okay. So now the second thing, we need to remove this. I think this is the 5G antenna. We will see if we can remove it from these corners easily. Okay, got it. This is 5G antenna. We're gonna put it here. Then I see the camera here, but that one we're gonna leave it for the moment. So I have I don't know what is this for, but let's see. I think this is a sensor for something. So this will go here. But I see that there is a white sticker here. Let me see if I can remove this white sticker. I don't know what is it for too. Alright, so now I will glue this in this spot. And then this is here. It will go here. Alright, so now it's time for the camera, the front facing camera. Let me see if I can remove it without, because sometimes it may have glue around it. So if I can remove this without any risk. Yeah, it looks like it has glue around it. I'm gonna just try to use a sharp tool to go around it to cut the glue. You need sharp tweezers, maybe this one. these tweezers. So I will just come here. I need some light here. So the front facing camera is not an easy thing to do. Okay. Make sure don't touch the camera lens. Alright, so now we're gonna place this camera lens here. It's supposed to be steady there. I will see what I can do after I put the motherboard. So we already removed the camera. So now we need to remove the battery. So for the battery, before I remove the battery, I will need to remove this too, because it's on the way. I have these two screws here. 1, 2. Then from here we can just use okay, this one we don't need to remove it because this is a button here, so I can just put it back. This is a button, I already have it on the other screen. Alright, I'm just gonna fold this cable this way. Then I will use, as you see here, it shows me where to remove this piece of battery. I can lift up this. Then I can just pull. Okay, as you see, I keep this adhesive. So I'm just gonna insert it here. This is the battery, or I mean the top battery. And then we can glue this back. Alright, so now I will start like putting let me just make sure that there is nothing left here. Okay, nothing left here except this cable here. So what I'm going to do, I will put the motherboard. Okay. So then I will put this camera here. This is front facing camera. I think I will need to put some glue to hold it on the sides. Just gonna put a little bit drop here and another drop in this side here. Don't put too much. Okay, then I will put this bracket on top of it. Then I connect this cable. This is the flash cable. We have 3 screws here. We have one goes here and the other one will go here, and the third one, it's a small screw. It will go here next to the camera. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will connect this button. Sure the button is aligned, and then I will connect this cable and this cable here. Alright, so the rest I don't want to connect the battery now, but I will connect it later, because I think there's like still something that I need to take care of. Okay, so I have this cable here. It's like a sensor. Shall we see if I can go underneath this cable? I don't want to damage this cable, so I will find a small gap from here. Just lift it up slowly and carefully. Alright, so this is the cable. They see that there is like this hole here. See that there is like some thing that covers them. Maybe this is like protecting from the dust or from something. I don't know what it is. Or maybe these are like for the waterproof. It looks like it's damaged, so let me try this one. Okay, I lost it. So anyway, it will be covered with this. Then we will connect the cable here, and the sensor will be here. Then what I'm gonna do, I will connect the battery because it's underneath this cable. Then this is the last cable. Alright, the last thing is this bracket. It will go here. It looks like this bracket has a small hook. It's going underneath this edge here. Alright, so let's put the cables now. I mean the screws. So we have one screw, it will go here. And the other screw will go here to the edge. Then another screw will go here. And then this one will be connected here. All right, I think it's that's it. That's all. So now what I need to do, I need to, before I glue these pieces here, I need to make sure that the screen is working and the battery is charged and the phone it turns on. So I think the phone doesn't have any, the battery doesn't have any juice on it, because I know that it's been on for a long time. I couldn't turn it off, so that means the battery died. Let me connect the cord now. They will wait until the battery have some juice. So it starts charging. So I'm just gonna wait until I see that the battery have like at least 10%. Then I will test the phone, turn on the phone and test it, and they will come back. All right, so the phone has 15% battery on it, as you see. So let's turn it on. This is just a plastic covering the screen. It's good to keep this plastic, because you're gonna like flip the phone this way and you're gonna keep working on it to not scratch the screen. All right, I'm still waiting for the phone to turn on. Verizon. Okay, so it looks like it's loading the system. We disconnect this cord. I'm just gonna wait for it to turn on. Okay, looks like the phone is working fine. Nice. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and connect the back screen. So this is the back screen. I'll make sure I clean this adhesive from here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I will turn off this phone first. Turn off, turn off. Then I will connect this LCD. And then I will put this bracket. Then I will turn it on again to make sure the screen is working. As you see, it is working. So it looks like it's upside down. Let's wait for it to turn on. Battery has only 5% back battery. I don't know why this screen is upside down, but I think it's not a problem. Once I flip the phone, it may flip automatically. Anyway, so it's like this. So now I'm gonna use this glue to glue the screen here. So we'll put like a small amount of glue around this frame. And I will let this sit flat here. So what I'm gonna do, I will use this rubber band and I will put it here. Let me put the same tree first. And another piece will go here in the bottom. Okay, make sure it's aligned perfectly. So now I will do this. So we will put this one here, but before that we will need to put some adhesive. Then this one here, and we will put some rubber band to hold it. So we'll just slide this to the bottom. And another one here. Okay, I think it should be on now. For some reason I don't see the screen here, but I think I just need to turn off the phone and turn it back on. Let's do it. I don't see anything here. Anyway, I will force restart it. So the back screen is working. And for some reason it's upside down, but I think it should be good. I'm just gonna wait for it to charge. And that's it. That was it. And this is how to replace the screen for, on Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. And if you learned something, please hit the thumbs up, share this video with friends, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video and have a wonderful time. Peace.